But the problem is that while the church, and that while BGSU, and that while people here, and that while people working in the Nest, and people working in Wendy's, and people working over at whatever that place is called over there, I can't see it, I can't read it, they changed the name since last year. While we are becoming more passive, Ben-Hadad is ratcheting up, the son of fierceness. Okay? So I think that it is time for us, as a people, I'm going to declare something here. It's time for us to not to quit looking at ourselves so much as individuals, because I believe in individualism, I believe in individual liberty. But I think that it is important that we look at our brothers and sisters in this time and in this day and in this age and in this generation, and when we look at someone and we ask them how you are doing and they tell us things are just fine, tell them no, it's not. No, it's not. How many times do you walk down the street and see somebody with a zombie-like look on their face, and I can understand why they have that look. And you look at them in the eye and you say, hey, how are you doing? They look at you like you're alien. People are under siege. People are overwhelmed. People are overwhelmed about the things that are going on in this day, in this age. People are losing their jobs. People are losing these worldly things, these material things that they become accustomed to. But my point is when are we going to get to the point where we look at each other and we don't ask each other how we're doing, but we do something to ensure that we don't have to ask somebody else how they're doing? Does that make any sense? Because so many times we just want to ask, we want to keep things on the surface. We just want to ask how people are doing. We just want to say, well, what's going on in your life? What are you up to? And we sit and we talk about ourselves, and we circle the wagon, and we play games with ourselves. But we don't ever get down to the heart of what's really going on. We are our brother's keeper. And a lot of people don't believe that. They say, I'm not my brother's keeper. It's not up to me to look after my fellow man. But yes, it is. And the reason I say that is because in the next year or so, okay, and I'm going to preface this real quick, because we have two camps. We have everything is all wrong camp, and America sucks, and everything is terrible, okay? And then we got the people who are living in La La Land, okay, who are always happy, doped up on I don't know what, must be good, okay? And everything's all right to them. But what we are losing in this time is someone who says, about this time a month from now, or about this time a year from now, this is what we need to do to make sure that we can shift the matter so we can change things in our society. And so we go along fighting and circling the wagons and talking about how much America sucks and talking about how much BGSU sucks. And believe me, I'm not sitting up here as a hypocrite. Ask these guys, because I was here last year. And I railed on the system too. I talked about how it was effed up. But when are we going to start looking at each other not as competition, but as completion? I don't know if that makes any sense to you. But we look at each other, and this is what feeds this cycle of fighting. This is what feeds this cycle of getting up here and talking about how everything is wrong, but we need to talk about what we can do to fix the matter. And I believe that we need to start looking after our brothers and sisters, and not just asking them about what's going on in their lives, but really getting down to the heart of the matter. And not just asking them, but pushing them. Push them. Find out what's really going on. Find out what's really going on. Because I guarantee you, there is trouble on every head in this room. And if there isn't, I'd like to know where you come from. Because there's people that don't have jobs. There's people that don't have access to the medical resources they need. And we want to sit and we want to blame it on the government. We want to wait for the government. But I'm here to tell you that if you're waiting on the government to get you something, you ain't going to get nothing. Look at the people at Katrina. We watched the video the other night, Mike. Didn't we? If you're waiting on the government or you're waiting on some kind of structure to hand you something, you're going to continue to get up here and say fuck America and fuck BGSU. But they are here to give you something. That's the whole problem with this mentality of wanting the government to do everything for us. It will always leave you disappointed and wanting more. And I believe that, and I'm upset with the system too. And I'm upset with Barack Obama and George Bush and Bill Clinton and the first Bush and Ronald Reagan and all the way down the line. I am. But please, folks, don't wait for the government to do something. Do something yourself for your brothers and sisters. The longer that we wait for the government to go around and to fill our needs, the longer we are not our brother's keeper? Are we not? You don't have to believe what I'm saying. I'm not here for everybody to believe what I'm talking about. But we got to do something for ourselves. We got to do something for our fellow brothers. What are we doing in the local communities? What are we doing here in Bowling Green? Because we can go down to Columbus and march and rally all we want. That's a damn good thing. We have to do that. We have to speak up. But doing something is different than picketing. Doing something for your fellow brothers and sisters here in town is different than strapping yourself to a building. It's different than holding up a sign. And I believe very strongly that the longer that we wait around, my point is, brothers and sisters, that the longer that we wait around for governments and for BGSU and for tired old professors that get little kicks out of playing with little kids' minds, the longer we wait for them, the more disappointed we are going to be, the more disenchanted we are going to be, the more disenchanted in governments and in structures and all these other... Why do we put so much faith in the government? Why? I guess we don't understand that since government got into healthcare, I'm going to piss some people off. Because there's a lot of people that want the government to provide their healthcare, but the problem is the government can't provide their healthcare because somebody has to pay for it. Okay? I mean seriously. If you're waiting around for the government to pay for your health care, then you're waiting around for the government to steal from someone in order to give to you. I believe that very strongly. Because things have to be paid for through taxation or monetary inflation. Manuel's pissed. I hope he is.
I'm not pissed.
I don't have everything scripted out, so I'm not going in the most coherent of directions here. But I'm mad as well. But it's important for me not to come up here and to just be preaching and be pissed off. My message to you is to do something for your brothers and sisters. Go out. There are kids right now in this town who don't even have food to eat. There are. How many people do you know? How many people here, raise your hand, know someone that is going without? Oh, get serious. Come on. Stand up, young man. There's people that are going without, but we're not doing anything about it. We're sitting up here and we're complaining. So, my point is, I brought up the story about Ben-Hadad and Samaria, is that we live in a situation, we live in a time that I believe is under siege. It is besieged, it is overwhelmed. It is overwhelmed by professors at BGSU that get kicked out of playing with kids' minds. It's overwhelmed by individuals that tell you that at the end of the semester last year, remember, that at the end of the semester, after you've given us thousands of dollars to pay for your meal plan, and you got $500 left over, we're going to take that from you. No one does anything about it. Well, that's not true, because there were a lot of people that did something, that tried to do something about it. We have crooked politicians. We have crooked policemen. We got people shooting up convenience stores for a pair of tennis shoes. And then we ask ourselves where these people came from. Where did they come from? We act so appalled. But these people came from our neighborhoods. I didn't come here to give you a message tonight to make you smile and say everything is okay. Because everything isn't okay. But everything isn't all bad either. Because human beings, we still have a spirit inside of us that says we are our brother's keeper. And if we have that spirit inside of us that says we are our brother's keeper, then we have the potential to do something about it. That's the whole point, is that I wrote something down. Okay? I wrote something down, and I want to share it with you. Next time I'll have things a little bit more directed for you. Okay, next week I'll come with something better. Okay? We talk about potential. Everybody in here has potential. This was something that I posted on my, we like to post these little flowery little statements on our Facebook pages. Amen? How many people have posted the nice little quotes, the song, the words from the songs? Come on, you guys can smile. It's okay.